All right, Shalom, Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakah Kodash. I'd like to give double honor to the apostles and the great millstone. Shalom to the elect that teach word, not true faith, sincerity. Today I just want to title this lesson, um, for we will not sit down till he come hither. And I'm talking about, I'm quoting this from the book of First Samuel, chapter 16, and the end of verse 11, which, if you get into the story, is the Lord. Matter of fact, I'm just going to get the story because it was the Lord sent Samuel to go anoint King David, Well, looking at, because everything was written for our learning, man. Matter of fact, let me get that so I can really, open it up. Let me just start out. Let's let you, how should I speak? So this is Romans chapter 15, verse 4. It says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope." So everything was written for our learning, man. Because the things that were written back then, we can apply it today to this time in a spiritual sense. You got a spiritual bone in your body, you're able to discern what the Lord is saying, Because the Lord, He speaks every day, man. You just got to have the discernment and the spirit on you to know what that message is, Just how Satan can so-called he possess people. Well, that's how Yahweh Shema Shai do. He has certain people say things to you, to encourage you. Let Yahweh Shema Shai commend you, and you're doing things, what he told you, His will. You feeling the Lord's will. You see any signs, you got 144 on attack. That's the Lord telling you, man. These the scriptures is the comforter, man. You understand what 144 means. You'll be confident that when you see that number, man. So in this chapter, it was the Lord told Samuel to go anoint King David, man. When in this time He said we shall not sit hither, meaning we ain't gonna turn around. We ain't gonna sit down till He get here. So let's get the story. I'm tired of rambling, so let me just get the story. Salaki Hakim. Let's get that. So this is First Samuel 16:1. And the Lord said unto Samuel, "How long wilt thou mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel?" Yeah, because guess what? These guys here today, man, are so-called leaders of Israel. They are, hey, they awful, man. Even though that was talking about Saul, when he went off saving the Edomite, which that's what these Jays do now. Now the Lord is coming to bring the King, man, the King of Kings, Yahweh Shai, man. It says, "For thine horn with oil, fill thy horn with oil, and go. I will send thee to Jesse the Bethlehemite, for I have provided me a king among his sons." See, So matter of fact, I want to jump down. Matter of fact, let's keep going. It says, and Samuel said, "How can I go? If Saul hear it, he will kill me." And the Lord said, "Take an heifer with thee, and say, I come to sacrifice to the Lord, and call Jesse to the sacrifice, and I will show thee what thou shalt do, and thou shalt anoint me unto him, whom I have named unto thee." And Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem, and the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, "Comest thou peaceably?" And yeah, because they understood Samuel was a prophet. And every time he come to the city, guess what? 9 times out of 10, he comes to tell you bad news is coming, man. Bad, evil things are coming, man. Which that's what we're telling you now, But they didn't know that he was coming to anoint the next king, man. Which now the thing is reversed now. They they don't respect the prophets when they see the prophets out. They don't tremble at that. You know, they don't tremble at that. You know, but hey, back then they had sense. Then they had sense. That's how you know how far gone our people has gone. But go down to verse 11. And Samuel said unto, now this is after Jesse came to Samuel with all his sons. Matter of fact, let me see. I started verse 10. It says, again, Jason made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel. And Samuel said unto Jesse, the Lord have not chosen these. And Samuel said unto Jesse, are here thy children, all thy children? And he said, there remaineth yet the youngest, and behold, he keepeth the sheep. And Samuel said unto Jesse, send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither. So guess what? David, he was the youngest, man. So he wasn't expected to be the one that was chosen, man. He was the insignificant one. He was the out of nowhere. You know what I mean? The out the blue. He was the underdog, man. And these people don't expect you. How about Shimon Shai to come back, man? They really think that this America is the end all be all, man. Not knowing the Lord is coming back, but his men, we're waiting on him, man. Patiently waiting, man. That's why I said through patience and comfort of the scripture, we might have hope. Our cries is going up to the heavens, and the Lord hear that, man. Matter of fact, let me get something in Isaiah real quick. They were, matter of fact, yeah, let me get that in Isaiah. Because the Lord, he hear our prayers, man, when we cry out to him, man. Let's see. So like it, bear with me, I can. This is Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Neither shall ye that make mention of the Lord keep not silent. So yeah, that's us crying out to you. How about Shimon Shai, man? Us telling you people what's about to happen, man. That the king is coming, and when the Lord comes back, it's not going to be a night on the town, man. It's going to be death and destruction. That's why I said it's going to be a terrible day of the Lord. That's when they trembled at the coming of Samuel, man. When Samuel came into the city, man. Because they know he was a man of the Lord, a man of Yahweh Shem Shai. And the Lord, he is known for his judgments, man. And guess what? It says keep not silent, So we constantly telling you, man. That's why I said we shall not sit down. That's why I was meditating on that scripture. We shall not sit down till he come hither. So we constantly telling you that the Lord is coming. We basically speaking it into existence, man. It's gonna get to a point where it's gonna happen, man. Because hey, that's the will of the Lord. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that too in Isaiah. When it's continuing on, verse 7, it says, and give him no rest till he establish and until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And that's why the scriptures are open now, man. Because we're able to understand and really speak these words for what they really meant to be spoken for, man. Spoken the real, true understanding of the scriptures, man. And this is Isaiah 55 and verse 11. It says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. And who are the Lord's mouthpiece? His men, man. You got to understand when the Lord gave the chance for all Israel to talk to the Lord, man. And they messed that up, So guess what? Now he's talking it through his men now, man. And when you can hear these scriptures come out in a correct way, that's the Lord speaking to you, man. Because we just vessels, we ain't nothing, man. The Lord just chose us to do this, man. It says, so shall my word be that go forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So yeah, when the Lord, when he do something, man, when he say he gonna do it, he gonna do it, man. And he gonna constantly remind you. That's why throughout the scriptures, the Lord constantly remind you he's gonna destroy America, man. You know, the Lord constantly reminds you that, man. From Genesis all the way to Revelations, man. Why the scriptures come from one another with these words, you know. Because when we get meaned up on them chariots, man, low on the part of that number, you know, hey, hey, that's gonna be a wonderful thing, man. And it's gonna be a frightening thing too, man. What the Lord's about to do to this place, you know. But it's gonna be a destruction that we're gonna need them new bodies to see, you know. Because Lot didn't get a chance to see the destruction, man. You know, but this time we're gonna get a chance to see the destruction of Sodom. You know, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, man. America, which is Babylon. You know, but back on the topic, you know, we should not sit down, you know, till he come hither, man. So we got to constantly, you know, push this word out, man, because hey, it's gonna get to a point, it's gonna happen, man. You know, because the Lord words don't come out void. You know, that's why I said you cry out till you make Jerusalem praise in the earth. Matter of fact, I had something else in Isaiah that I'm gonna get. Let's see. Bear with me, Hawking. Let's see. Isaiah 49. Yeah, kind. So this is Isaiah 49 and 16. It says, "Behold, I have graven the palm of my." It's like it. Isaiah 49 and 16. "Behold, I have graven thee upon the palm of my hands. Thy walls are continually upon before me." So like it. Thy walls are continually before me. So the Lord said he had graven thee on the palm of his hand. So the Lord got an imprint on his hands of Israel, man. It's a spiritual imprint, man. You know. You know, so hey man, that's the Lord. He comes because he that lets you know he look at his hand, his right hand, you know. That's who he's gonna send, man. Yahweh Shai, you know. Where he said is his thy walls are continuing upon me. He says that children shall make haste, thy destroyers, and they that way shall go before so like it, and they that made thee waste shall go forth of thee. Yeah, I think that was the point on that. But the Lord, he got that imprint on his hand to remind him of Israel, man. And that's why we constantly crying out now, so the Lord can see, you know, and send his right hand, you know. So let's back on the point that being them servants of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, be it to the marriage, you know. So this is Matthew's 24, 24 and 44. He said, "Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh." And that's the precept I want to line up with that. Sit down, man, because you ain't ready when you sit down. If somebody busts in the door, you're not ready, man. That's why you don't need to be sitting down, because Yahweh Shai comes as a thief in the night. You know. That's Yahweh Bashim Shai. He's that lion, man. You know, he's known. He was that serpent that turned back into that rod in Exodus, man. That was Yahweh Shai, man. And you don't know that you got bitten. You didn't know that was serpent now until you got bit, man. But that's why you got to be always aware, meaning that you got to be watching. You know, prophesying, looking for these prophecies to come, man. Because the Lord is coming, man. You know. So this is Matthew 24 and 44 said, "Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give him meat in his due season. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh." So like it, blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. So yeah, man, we're gonna be. Hey, you gotta be doing this work, man. You know, just like in school when the teacher walk out, now it's time to talk. You know, and all this and all that. No, man, you trying to get that work done, man. So you only gotta go to summer school and all that, man, or whatever you gotta. You know what I mean? You holding yourself back. You got to be committed to this thing. When you committed, man, you all the way in. You know, and when you committed, yeah, that's so like you. That's a heavy word, man. You know, that's a heavy word, man. When you commit, you cling on to it. You know, you that's all you want. That's what. Oh, matter of fact, let's get that in song. You know, this Psalms 23 and 1. It says, "The Lord Yahweh is my shepherd. Yahweh Shai is my shepherd. I shall not want." So, hey, the Lord, hey, that's all we need, man. Everything else is, hey, He's going to provide. What Scripture says, consider the birds of the field, man. You know, but that's all we need is the Lord, because we know the Lord, He control everything. That's the understanding. Yahweh Shai, the fear of the Lord is that's the beginning of knowledge and wisdom, because He controls everything, man. You know, so that means you ain't got no power. Whatever your light is, that's your light, man. What Scripture said, spirit prophets are subject to the prophets, man. You know, but yeah, that's pretty much the point I get, man. Hope they will edify. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kagodash. Double honors to the positive nails and great millstone. So I want to the elect to teach running out truth, faith, and sincerity. DTA, Abad Babal.